I'm going to show you around the classroom, see what I have done so far. All of my centers are set up very simply because I have 22 students in a class, and starting on day one, they do have free choice centers. So all of my centers have to be open because I have 22 students. I can't have only half of them and then they really don't have a choice of where to go. So on the first day, I give very brief descriptions of how centers run. We need to make sure we're sharing. You clean up before you find a new center. Try to be gentle with the things you're using. So just some few basic rules, and then I'll just I don't even think I walk around to the centers at all on the first day. There's so much going on. So my centers are set up very simply so that they can explore them independently without needing much help. So let me show you what I have so far. I am not finished yet. Probably about done for the day here, and then I'll come back in another time. All right, so this is my full library center. This one is ready to go. The listening center, they can listen to Pete the Cat, and then these are the books that they can read. At my science center, we have our simple sensory bottles, and we have a scale that they can weigh these items. We have our kaleidoscope camera, and then simple magnets that they can explore. Okay, so that's my simple science setup. And I am working on something that I'm lacking in my room is I want some like real life posters here at my science center so that they have some concepts to really look at. So that's on my list for this year to add to my resource library. This sensory table used to be pushed against the wall this way, and I feel like we were always needing more room here. So I turned it long ways, and then what I did was, I love these mats that we have, but I rarely use them because they would slide all around. So having the table this way, I was able to use alien tape and tape each corner of these and tape them to the floor. So I'm thinking that should work because alien tape is very strong. And so I'm hoping that will stay well. So they each have a spot on one of these sensory mats. So I'm excited for that. 4 friends can come here. I do have more kinetic sand that I forgot to bring from home. So I'm going to add a lot more kinetic sand here. We have a beach theme sensory table. We have a lot of jewels. So they absolutely love these things. These ones have some special things like turtles, shells, seahorses. These are just some tiny jewels. I love these. This is like a puzzle. So it's like, this is when people think they're not learning here. You have to find the matching piece, push it in. There's so much language going on here. So we have scoops, and then these are doll floaties. I thought they were going to be much smaller than that, but I think they'll be okay. They came with more than that, but I thought 4 was perfect, 1 for each doll, and then 4 friends can come here so they could each have one. Oh, here's the color monster things that I got. Look how cute this is. I'm so excited to read this and then put it in our library center. That'll be like the second or third week, but they just love having those plush animals. Mess here. I think my bin center is almost done. Again, it's just very simple, like open-ended materials that they can get out and use on their own with no explanation necessary. Okay, so I do still have to put in, I think, some fresh new markers up here and clean this out. This is from the end of the year as well. This is something they absolutely love that we started mid-year last year. And when I set that out at the table in the morning, we have kids there at that table like completely filled. So this is not set up, obviously, but it's going to have baby dolls, food, baby materials, and that's pretty much it. Usually I get out like the pizza, we have salad. This is a mess, not set up at all yet. And I have a hole in my ceiling over here, so I'm kind of waiting for that to be fixed before I set it all up. We have our sweeper. So yeah, baby dolls, laundry stuff, just a house set up here. The magnetic center, I do have these magnetic cubes. I think I might leave them here with these. We'll see if they work well together. I'm not sure. These are like my favorite things ever. I tried looking them up to put on my Amazon storefront, and right now they are currently unavailable like literally anywhere, but my students had so much fun with these. So hopefully they come back in stock at some point. The block center, I think I am going to update. Again, these were out at the end of the year, so it's not anything new right now. Have cars. I always have the ramps and some balls. I put out some farm animals. So I started a little bit here, but it is not finished. So the magnetic center, this is a drip pan. It's from the automotive department. 15 years ago, I got it for like 15 bucks. So it's probably like 30, whatever now. But I just taped that to the back of the cabinet, and that's my magnet center. This is my Play-Doh center. So at the beginning of the year, I didn't have 4 of the same oranges. So I do put 4 of the same color at the beginning of the year because we haven't talked yet about trying not to mix Play-Doh. If they do, it's not a big deal. I put it on my school supply list, so I have plenty of Play-Doh for the entire year. Then just some simple stampers. These are like potato head pieces to make a little person, some fun rollers. And that's our Play-Doh center. Writing center to start the year is very simple. I took out the glue, I took out the scissors. We have crayons, 2 different kinds of markers, some simple coloring pages, half pages to write on, quarter pages for stickers. So again, this really helps because they go through it very quickly, and we have to talk about, you know, not wasting paper. So that goes. These are our word cards. I always keep a set on the table and a set on the board so they can see all of the words that they might want to try copying, and then they find it and set it right next to them, so that's much easier. I love how the Play-Doh toys are all separated in a tray, so this makes it really easy for them to put them away and really be able to utilize all of the materials when a new friend comes. I think this is going to stay at my light table to start the year. We just have some translucent dice and stacking cups. Oops. Oh, what happened there? So we'll see what they end up doing with this, but yeah. These are items I have to take back to our storage closet. This is our classroom tree, so I have students help decorate this all year long. So we'll paint paper green at the easel to start. It's just really easy to put out just green paint, and they're just painting the entire white paper and painting it green, and then myself or my assistant will cut out really large leaves to put on the tree to start with. And then we change it for each season of the year that they help with that. My poster above the writing table, I was just talking about probably taking this down, but this was really just talking very basically about Lucy Calkins, who I don't think many people use anymore. It was a curriculum that our kindergarten used. So probably won't keep that up much longer, but this is definitely a favorite. Matman is super important in our preschool. He's what helps us learn how to draw a person.